Hi everyone, Kyle and I are recording from his new safety bed. We never thought that we would go this route many years ago, but our circumstances have changed, and now I'm very thankful that this is an option for us. After 2 injuries within the last 2 years involving broken bones, the discovery of low bone density, and seizures, we knew that we had to do something. We explored other options like bed alarms and sensors that you can put on the floor so that when your feet touch the floor, it would send a notification to our phones or some kind of alarm system. But we knew that that was something that wouldn't work for Kyle because his seizures just happen unexpectedly and are quick and instant. So we wouldn't be able to be alerted from a sensor and be able to get to his room fast enough to assist him if he were standing up from the bed. So we discussed this with his neurologist and his physical therapist, and all agreed that pursuing a safety bed would be the best option. Because Kyle has a Medicaid waiver and is no longer a minor, we had to get approval through the Department of Developmental Disabilities in order for him to have a bed, because it's considered a restraint, since he would need assistance from somebody else in order to get out of the bed. So his neurologist wrote a letter of medical necessity to show that we explored all the other options and that this would be the safest thing for Kyle at night. The next step is that Jesse and I looked online and found this safety bed that we thought would be best suited for Kyle from a website called Abrams Nation, and I'll link that below this video. And once we contacted them, they helped us through the whole process in getting the letter of medical necessity, getting an evaluation from Kyle's physical therapist, and then helping us through the insurance process. So our primary insurance did not cover a bed like this, but Medicaid did.
Kyle has a genetic disorder called syngap 1. We make these videos to show what our lives are like living with multiple disabilities and to help other families like ours feel less alone.
Here is the completed safety bed. It's actually called the Safety Sleeper by Abrams Nation. And it can be placed directly onto the floor. So we purchased the bed frame ourselves, and it comes with straps so that you can mount the safety sleeper onto most bed frames. We got the largest size available because Kyle is so tall, and it's a queen size, which is bigger than the full size bed that he had. All sides come standard with the mesh on the sides and back and front. And then we chose the option of replacing the mesh with a clear panel that's designed to allow you to mount a camera and be able to see inside the bed at night, so we can check on Kyle while he's sleeping. And the mattress has a removable cover that just zips on and off, and we got a waterproof cover because we need that for Kyle. And then at night, just unbuckle this here and zip it up. And there it is. So I'll get inside so you can see what it looks like from the inside, and all of it minus the mattress and of course the bed frame that we purchased ourselves is designed to be placed in this suitcase that came with it. And inside the suitcase is also a queen size air mattress. So if we were to want to travel and go on a vacation, we can disassemble the bed, place it all into the suitcase, and travel with Kyle if we were to be going somewhere that he would have a separate room from us, so we would know he would be safe at night. And someone from the Durable Medical Equipment Company that helped us also through this process came in and set the bed up and had me help so that I would know exactly how to take it apart and put it back together again in case we were to want to move it or to travel with it. And after 2 weeks of having this bed, Kyle has had absolutely zero issues adjusting to it. We just go through our same bedtime routine of reading our same story every night, and just zip the closure up at the end, and he goes right to sleep with no problems. Kyle's bed is up on a platform. We wanted to make it easy for me to get him in and out of his bed and transfer to a wheelchair or his walker without breaking my back. Because you know, we are a tall family. I'm 6'1". Kyle is close to 6'6". And so when his bed was on the floor, it was difficult for me to get him all the way up to standing. We could do it, but it was never easy, and I had to do it multiple times a day. Now that he's on a platform, it would be easy for Kyle to just stand up unsupervised, and that's what we want to prevent. He is getting very close to being able to do that after his rehab from his broken ankle back in November. And he doesn't know any better. He doesn't know that a seizure could send him to the ground and make him fall and break bones again. So I watch him on video camera, like if I'm right in the next room in the kitchen or in the laundry room, I can see him moving throughout the house. And if I see that he's going into his room or he's already in his bed because he likes to play in there and wants to come out, I can't run and get to him in time to prevent him from standing up. So we had to think of a solution that allowed him to go in and out of his bed whenever he wanted to, but while still being safe. So Kyle's grandpa to the rescue. I told him what I was imagining, and then he built this for me. So this is a step. We put handles on the sides for me to move it easily, and then stained it to make it look nice. And also added carpet, and also put it to the front of the step because Kyle scoots up and down on his bottom. So he padded the front and the top to make it easy on his back. And sometimes he crawls in the bed on his knees. And so this is nice and soft for his knees. And then my dad rounded all of the edges to make it safe for him. And then on the bottom, put these Velcro strips, the side that can grip the carpet so that this step can't move. I sped up this clip because it could take Kyle a little bit of time to climb up and down into his bed, but I wanted to show you that this step is working perfectly for us. Last year in the early morning when everyone was asleep, Kyle stood up from his bed, fell from a seizure, and broke his foot in 4 places. Now that we have this safety bed, we can put Kyle to bed for the night and have peace of mind that he will be safe from falls.